All right, bet.
All right.
Bet.
Baby, come back.
That may remind me of the days I am so forgetful.
What's the date?
I was listening to nothing but 80s music this entire week.
Oh, that's a
Okay.
good vibe.
And there's Vampy.
I'm
Okay,
just
so
Nobody's about to join.
everyone quiet. It's the start of the podcast.
I
Welcome
know,
to
I'm
episode
fucking old.
56.
Look at this guy
Do you
looking
mind?
ripped and shit.
Welcome to episode 56 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. Today we've got a fun little plan, and we're gonna see how this works because I've never done this before, and I just got bored and was like, yeah, let's try it. Let's see how it goes. So today, we are we're going through AI topics. So I have an AI that I'm going to
Yep.
ask. I gave it the list of all of the previous topics we've had, or almost all of them, I guess, because the like what's happening ones, I just left those out. So yeah, we're just gonna go through, and I'll have the AI generate a topic, and then we're gonna discuss it for a few minutes, decide if we want to do a full episode on that topic in the future, and go from there.
All right.
Okay, so let me just make sure audio is working because I forgot to check that. I kind of had a little bit of a scare right before the podcast today. Got a fraud alert on my debit card.
no, you
So
don't.
I
You
have
don't
to-
need it. You don't need it. You don't need to tell it on the podcast. That's fine.
Oh, but I want to. Yeah, I had a little
Okay.
scare. Fraud alerts are actually really freaking good because
Oh, fraud alerts are
No-
wonderful. Don't
no
get me
money.
wrong, but
no money disappeared from my account, and that card is already deactivated within minutes of someone trying to charge it. But anyway, so here is
Decent.
the first topic. Escaping reality or enhancing it, the philosophy of living in VR. Oh God.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Damn it.
So
I'm pretty
you
sure
know
we covered
what?
this in
You
some
know
way.
what? We did, but you know what? I
I
have.
kind of like it.
I've spent 24 hours in VR chat before.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Has anyone else spent an entire 24-hour period in VR?
no,
I don't
never.
My wife would
I've
go
been
with
in
that.
for a full
Like
24
2.5
hours.
days
I mean, a
straight.
full day of being awake, yes, but
I-
24
Okay,
hours?
so just me. got
I've
it.
slept. No,
I
not you,
did it-
not just you, Turtle.
I did a 24-hour stream in VR chat back in the day. That was a fun one. So I was living in VR.
Oh,
I
Xavier.
used to literally get home from work, get in VR chat, and eat in VR while streaming. And for a while, people just knew me for eating on the stream. And when I stopped streaming as much, they were like, "Man, we want to see you. We want to hear you nomming on something." I'm like, "Damn, dude."
It's that ASMR.
Because we want you invisible.
So here's the here's what. No, you're not.
Let me see this.
Whoa, you are.
Holy
That
shit!
is strange. You wanna maybe
You're
change
just a floating
avatars? 'Cause,
You a floating name, my boy.
I don't know what's up with
Did
that.
somebody make Xavier crash? Is that what fucking happened just now?
Okay.
Is
anyway,
that-
so? So, exploring the philosophical side of VR, are we using VR to escape the flaws of the real world, or are we enhancing our experiences and creating something greater? Discuss the ethics, purpose, and long-term implications of immersing ourselves in a virtual existence. Bring in ideas like what is reality and whether VR is helping us connect more deeply or detach entirely. So that's the whole topic that it gave.
Okay, so a good comparison to that would be, okay, you want to, let's say you've lived in the city, you've been in the city
I'm
for
back.
a good portion of like, let's say, a good 8 to 9 to 10
8 years.
months, you've been in the city for a while. You hear the hustle and bustle, and then you go out to the countryside just to get an escape from it. You know, would the same thing apply?
That's what I think.
I'd say,
for most
I mean,
people in
it
VRChat.
depends if you're spending all of your time there, and like, let's say, do you work in the city? Do you
Well, here's
still
the
work
thing.
in the real world, or do you work in VR? Is your entire life
I can
in
tell
VR
you
at that point?
I can tell you this. I worked in the city for a good portion of my life, and then I lived in the countryside for much longer. So
Yeah,
I
but
went from
when you
a silent.
moved to the country to escape the city, did you continue going into the city for things such as work? That's what I'm asking. Not
Okay, not for. Let me clarify. I moved out of the city and moved out to the country, and you know this was. I was a child when this happened, and we moved out to the countryside. We bought several acres of land. We bought it, and the one thing I had to lose was friends. So the one reason I went back to the city was to actually have friends again, because when you're in the countryside, neighbors are about a half a mile away. So you
want them.
don't exactly have a local playground in the countryside to actually play with people.
but
You're kind of by yourself. You're on an
you're
island
still
of
not
one.
answering the question I asked.
What
You're
did you
spinning
ask?
in circles around it. I asked, when you tried to escape the city and you moved into the country, did you still go into the city at times for different things? In a sense, what I'm saying is the country is VR, right? And the city is the real world.
No, the city
you go
is
back to the
VR
real
and
world?
the country is the real world. That's my version of it. That's what I was
But-
trying to tell
okay,
you.
then that's backwards from what I was expecting, because you don't escape VR into the real world. You
Here's the
escape
thing.
the real world
When I go
into
into
VR.
VR, here's the thing. If we apply VR to countryside, if we're applying definitions here, here's the thing, son. Countryside is my bedroom right now. Countryside,
Okay.
no one's around me. No. Let me finish.
Okay.
Countryside
then the
is
better
my
way
bedroom,
would be
and the city
okay,
is
we're-
VR chat.
basing it off of population density is weird. I'm talking.
Well, of
You are
course we're
who
basing it
who
on
escapes
population
the
density.
country and goes to the city? No one does that. No one escapes the country and goes to the city.
Because you
like
feel
what you're trying
lonely.
to
That's
say.
why.
Well, actually, there
no.
are a lot
Most-
of cases.
A lot of people leave the city and go somewhere quieter, which is the country. And
Yeah, if I wanna get out-
this whole analogy is completely breaking down with what you're trying to say. It doesn't work anymore.
No.
I'm
Actually,
I'm
no. I'm
asking-
actually perfectly fine.
It does not make sense in the context of anything we're talking about. And
No, it
it's
actually does
escaping
make sense
reality.
in the context if you would listen to what I'm saying. All right? Listen to me for 1 second.
So I
Joel.
have to let you
give me the.
spend 15 minutes talking about
No,
this.
I'm not going to spend 15
to
minutes.
get
Give
your
me
point
3.
across when
Give
it
me 3.
already doesn't make sense.
Give me 3 minutes. That's all I ask.
Give him a few. Let him explain.
All right?
I'm about to just go on to the next fucking topic because
Oh my God.
there's
I'll make this
analogies
quick.
and shit
I'll make
going
this
on
quick.
here that just don't
No, I'll make
make
this quick.
sense logically.
For me, the countryside amounts to my bedroom. My bedroom right now, I am alone. I am by myself. I am isolated. My door is closed. My windows are closed. My blinds are closed. I have no outside contact with the world whatsoever. All right. When it comes to the city, if I go online to VR chat, guess what? Now I'm in the city. Now I have contact with multiple people. People I don't know,
That's
people I do
better.
know. That is
So
the
are you
city.
escaping reality going into the city then? You're escaping the country to go to the city. That makes zero sense to me. That makes zero logical sense.
Well,
That's
that's
not
because
what I was
we're-
saying.
That is what you're saying. That is the analogy you are using. You're escaping
I'm
the
saying
country and
The whole
going
point
into the
is
city.
that, you know, I want to actually
is
go
what you're
out and
saying.
talk to friends. I don't want to leave my house, so I want to go and actually just talk to friends.
So the analogy just completely and totally breaks down and makes no sense. Next topic.
Oh my god.
AI, give me a topic. The unspoken rules of VR etiquette. What makes a good virtual citizen? Oh, I like that.
That's just.
I
That's
like
just
that.
Weird.
The
That's like
unspoken rules
futuristic
of VR.
BS.
No, the unspoken rules of VR. Like one of them is don't get between a mirror dweller and the mirror.
No, that's just.
That's like trying to talk to a fucking
Yes.
signpost. That's like trying to talk to a fucking signpost.
No, that is one of the like unwritten rules of VR chat. Don't fuck with a mirror dweller when they're trying to stare at themselves.
Don't talk to anyone under 18 if you're over the age. You will get
That
caught out
too.
for it.
Yep. Yep.
It's just-
uh,
I think that's less of a like etiquette and more of a common sense issue.
No, because you're 18, you're talking to a 17-year-old. I don't see
Ooh.
anything wrong with that as long as you're not trying to, have kind of a, you know what I mean.
Also, if you want to save yourself from Uganda Knuckles, if they ask you, do you know the way? Just point in a random direction and go that way.
I've heard people say drop a
Tell them to
portal
go that
to
way.
the
They'll
Uganda
run.
world. And they'll just
It's not
flood
like
into it.
2018.
Hey, some memes shouldn't
I
die.
found the
Uganda
Ugandan-
Knuckles was like 2018.
When do you think I fucking started playing this game?
another thing is
I played
You-
it in 2018. I was just
a lot of
just
people do
memories.
not like to be touched, especially if they have phantom sense.
I
So-
actually got blocked because I touched somebody. I
Yeah,
got
it
blocked
almost
because
ends
I
up
actually
being-
didn't head pat it.
Yeah, so it almost ends up being
Phrasing.
similar to IRL. You don't just walk up to someone and touch them. IRL.
I thought it
So
was a
the
mutual
same-
thing.
The same thing kind of goes in VR. You don't just walk up and touch someone without at least having like they either have to have a group or something in their bio that says go ahead, or you be like head pat, and they move their head towards you. Then yeah, you give them head pats.
I thought a head pat was like a
Oh my
version
God.
of a handshake. That's what I thought.
No. No.
Because you can't fucking handshake in VR chat. Handshaking is just fucking weird. It's just like you have Tourette's on both sides.
I mean, I just want people in
2018
VR.
where you can do whatever you want to people. This is 2025.
Someone
Okay.
quote that.
Soft.
Tourette's on
Sorry.
both sides. We need to have that in, log in memory.
Yeah, that needs to be a quote.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt and just say that, hey, we have Tourette's on both sides. We agree on things, brother. Let's just go have lunch.
It's the man that makes the dick.
Okay. So let's think here.
Fucking
Do
Turtle,
we
I
wanna
just
go on
made you $1
to
million.
the next
You're welcome.
topic the VR, the AI gives us.
Yeah, I
Up
thought that
you.
one was a little too weird for me.
Yeah, that one's not that bad, I'd say.
Why not
I
forget
actually like that topic.
about-
I'd almost like to make that a full episode, like the rules of VR chat, the things you don't do and the things that you most definitely have to do.
Yeah, rather than
So
calling
someone
it
write that down.
egghead.
Spoken and
The
unspoken.
I got you.
rules. Yeah, the
Alright,
rules
who's
of
gonna-
VR chat.
Who's gonna be note taking today?
Phoenix.
So here's the
I'm working on it.
next topic that the AI has given us: the economics of the metaverse. Also, fuck calling it the metaverse. Can you make a living in VR? 100% you can.
Yes.
A lot of people do it.
Okay.
Although, here's the
Not for
thing:
everyone,
is
though.
it? I'm gonna add on to that as a sub question. Is it ethical? No, I don't believe it is. At least in some
I
cases.
think it is. It is the same as selling art on Twitter. It is no
Well,
different
I'm-
than that when you're selling an
I'm
avatar
a-
or selling
we're talking
world
about art on
creation, things
Twitter.
like that.
No, I'm not
It
talking
is
about
an art.
Twitter. I'm talking about other websites that are a lot more suggestive. You know,
Okay.
Someone
such
I don't-
as
sexual
I'm
content.
not talking about that. I'm talking about making
that.
a living in making things
Because
in
most
VR,
of them
like being
do.
a streamer, being the content creator, making avatars, making worlds. You can make a living doing that very easily.
personally, I'm against anyone who makes sexual content on VR chat.
We weren't even talking about
Wow.
sexual
I'm
content.
not-
Why are you
don't put
going
me in
off on
that
that?
Show me your I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Show me them tits.
I don't know why. I don't know where we ended up on this on that.
Well,
Because that
Secretary
was
does
in
have
You
no
a
said
way.
point.
you
People-
said I said unethical content, and you said, "Oh, I think it's fine." Okay, let me clarify.
No, you said it's unethical. You just said in any way,
Yeah,
shape, or
did
form it's
Baron.
unethical. That's what I heard. You didn't say there is unethical content.
Maybe
I don't
my
like
mic
that.
may have cut
you
off.
said it's just all unethical. Making a living in VR is unethical. That is what
No,
you
I
said.
didn't say that. No, I did not say that. I did not say that. If I did say that, I will correct the
That
record.
is what I heard. So,
But no, that's not what I
that's
said.
why I was like, why
That's
are we
what
going
I-
off
that's
on this
not
shit?
what I said.
'Cause-
Okay. Well, I think we got everyone's view on that pretty quickly.
Oh, hello, Verum.
Wait, is that the Virum?
I do not know.
It is a Verum that I know.
Anyway, Secretary does have a
Who
point.
now?
There is that group of people that make money off that kind of content.
And a quick
Yeah,
view-
and you know, I say do what you want and make money where you can. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna really participate in that side of it, but when it comes to VR chat and making money,
If I paid you
there's
enough,
a
would you
million
participate
different
in it?
ways to do it. Give me $1 million
Yes,
right
I
now, and
will
I'll do whatever you want for the next year.
All right, there
I
we
will
go.
put my
There we
feet
go.
on
We can be bought.
anything.
We can be bought. We're on the table.
Yep. I think that's
Anyway,
prices
so
terms.
I
I
will
say
sell my VR chat cheat pics
having-
for money.
I mean, shit, even $100,000 I'll take right now. Pay off my
Oh
house.
god, yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I say, this is the AI gave a lot of little details. It gives like a whole paragraph with every topic. For the economics of the metaverse, it gave discuss the viability of careers like world building, avatar design, DJing, hosting events, and content creation. So
You'll have
We've had DJs
Yeah, I mean,
and
is it-
content creators on the podcast already.
yeah, but you're not listening to what I'm talking about. We're still talking about making money in VR. Do DJs
Bro,
make money in VR?
I don't
Usually
need
no.
hearing aids.
You're-
I just heard everything that you
You're-
Are
said.
you sure?
I don't.
Are you
You
sure?
sure?
You
Cause-
both might need some.
Because you're going off on some other crap that's not part of it. You're like,
No.
well, we already had those people on the podcast.
I just
That
made a
has
comment. That's all I
Nothing, that has
did.
nothing to
Yeah,
do with making money
just-
doing that stuff. What?
No, all
that's
I
what
did
I'm
was make a
saying.
comment.
Yeah, you just made it.
You're making mountains out of molehills at
Yeah.
this point, bro.
Your comment about that in the context of what was being talked about felt like
I said-
we don't need to
I-
talk
I
about
simply
this.
said
because
we
we
already
already
talked
had
about a
those
lot
people
of
on.
that.
That's it. That's why.
Now, if you
you're
want to talk about
going
it
off on
again,
shit.
we can do
Next
that.
topic, I guess. Because apparently we've already talked about that, so we're not talking about that anymore. Which is not true at all, but whatever.
All right, you know what? For
VR
this
and the
next
next
topic,
generation. How will
All right, I'm
virtual
muting
worlds
myself for
shape
this one.
childhood? VR and the next generation. Basically boils down to how kids growing up with VR chat, how is that going to affect them? And oh god, it's going to affect them
Fuck.
horribly.
No,
Baron
my
put it-
child will never, ever,
Baron
ever,
put
ever,
it well
ever
in
touch
chat.
this fucking
Brain
game.
rot.
I feel like I can actually
Yep.
chime in a little bit on this one. Okay, so because I've seen like the previous generations and the generation before that. Let's just a little bit of that. Something that I can like predict we're gonna do. We're gonna say, heck no, our kids are not gonna do this. I'll never have my child do this. And then what'll happen is you'll see everybody else left and right. Everyone else around you doing the thing that you said you wouldn't do until inevitably you either stick stubborn in your seats and continue not doing it, or you join the pack and end up doing what everyone else does. So I like with VR, I do think in a way it's going to be the way of the iPad. We're going to have younger and younger and younger people adopting it and stuff like that. Meanwhile, us, the ones that seen the very worst that it can throw at you, will be vehemently against it, right? And then but all of our friends who don't understand VR would just throw the kids in there, and that's kind of what happened in 2020, right?
VR chat and kids growing up with it, I think at some point in the next 5 to 10 years, there's going to be massive grants that schools get to get VR equipment and do virtual things like
They do that
maybe
already.
a fucking
They do that
virtual
already.
art class.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
yeah,
Yeah.
they do, but not a lot. It's not everywhere. It's very,
not a
very
lot.
few and far. It's
So you think it'll
basically
be
like
computer
your
labs
school
like the
having a
90s?
fucking Apple II. Yeah, exactly.
No,
But
no, so
it-
they are no. So basically,
right
it's
now-
just like a full-on class. But so
Right now, it's a lot different than what I'm talking about. Because what I'm talking about is
Yeah.
like when I was in high school or when I was in school, my school got a massive tech grant, and we got every single student got a laptop. So we all had our own laptops with us for every class. I think something like that might happen in the future with VR in schools, like maybe a 3D art class where you're actually sitting there shaping things.
Okay. And Verum, I completely agree with what you just said.
But
I
I think
also
things
agree with
like
that.
that are going to come out. And I'm sure there's other things, like maybe a fucking class about making VR chat worlds. That'd be hilarious. Unity, learning
I
Unity in high school. I could see that happening.
Oh,
That would
Could
be
you
good
see
for
a
future
website?
generations, like gaming and creation.
could you guys? Can you just see like this a weird infomercial you would see pop up on YouTube, whatever, about a class that your kids could join, and you just follow this schedule, and your kids could go from grade 1 to grade B. Like I so see that happening in the future. You know, join this class on VR, and your kid will get super smart. We have the best teachers around, and they repeatable classes and blah 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 for
That's-
for $100 a month. Doesn't that sound so like what will happen in the future? That's so
Actually,
sounds
that
like.
VR.
that sounds good because if you think about it, you could get the best teachers from around the world in one place. in
Skibbity.
VR. And you could literally
And you have to pay
put
them
your
good.
kid through elite.
Now I'm
education.
wondering when we're going to
Damn
have
it.
like scientific meeting
Well-
things in VR chat
No
or in
physical
VR in
lessons.
general.
Anyway, I agree. Yeah.
Next topic yet? Yeah. Next topic.
I agree.
We're sort of just touching on each topic. I don't want to spend more than like 5 or 10 minutes on each one. If
That's
we
fair.
really want to dive deep on one, write it down, and we can look at it for an actual full episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
Hey,
picking the
hey,
ones that I
Stuart,
feel
we
like
still
really
need to,
juicy on.
next
you need to go
topic.
over all of your videos.
Yes, go to the,
The
Turtle
psychology
Dudes YouTube
of
and watch all
presence.
of the episodes.
And
I know
and
the
it's
real
like
exact
quick.
shorts
arguments
too.
between him and Circuitry, and write them down for us,
Uh,
please.
In chat, that's
The
the only thing I
psycho-
was going to mention.
The psychology of presence. Why does VR feel so real?
Oh, no.
As I hit myself in the face.
I feel like that's a bit too weird to actually touch on properly. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like
Actually, I can give an example. When I first got my Oculus back in 2019, I want to say, I actually went. I'm afraid of heights. I'm not afraid to say it, but I actually did go on top of a building, and I did feel a sense of what's the term that they call it where you're afraid of heights?
Vertigo.
It's vertigo. Yes, I did feel like fear of falling. I actually did feel that.
Motion sickness is the only thing I ever got, and actually VR kind of fixed that for me.
You know, it's kind of funny actually. VR chat's motion sickness issue is a lot like it's basically gone for 90% of people that join now. It doesn't exist because the hardware and the frame rates and everything have expanded and gotten better. The issue originally was low frame rate, low resolutions, just shitty headsets, all that, and it was just
Well,
yeah.
to be honest, I'll just say this real quick. To be honest, what fixed it for me was turning off when you move around, how your avatar runs around, even though you're standing still.
You had hollow port.
Bob-
Yep.
Yeah, it bobbed the camera just enough to get me sick, but ever since I turned that off, I
Oh.
never get sick in VR anymore.
Interesting. Okay, so this
I still get
says delve into
terrified
the
of flying, by the
science
way.
and psychology behind the sense of presence in VR. Why does it feel like we're truly there, even though we know it's virtual? So, it's sort of like, I'd say, cuddling someone, and it's being like, I don't want to leave them, shit like that, that sort of thing.
It almost feels rude if you leave somebody, without saying goodbye.
Yeah, so I'd say we need to write that one down for a future full episode.
Almost
why
mannerisms
why
in
is
VR.
VR so real?
Mannerisms in VR. I think that would be a
We
good
already
topic.
wrote that down.
Good.
That
Anyways,
that was like the first topic. So
No, that was
I
manners.
believe
He's
this
talking about
topic is
mannerisms.
getting into like
Mannerisms.
lifelong question, which is literally what
That's all the
is
same in the end.
reality. That's literally what
It's
we're
not.
getting into
Okay.
right there.
not.
That with this current topic.
so yeah,
Dig
just
into what is
someone write
reality.
that down. Why does VR feel so real? I want to do an episode on that. So we're done with that topic.
Gotcha.
On to the next one. Okay, this one, it kind of shit itself. What if every VR world was connected? Well,
Oh shit! Well, that would be fucking hell. That would be
That would be
that would
hell.
be hell on wheels.
That's
I
Nine rings
don't
of hell.
know how. I don't know how that would even function.
can
MMO
call that
style.
hell
You have to have a
It's all
online.
server,
connected
you have
to
to have a
one
server
Hell
universe.
online.
You have to run
Like,
through each
hospital,
world to
dude.
get to the world you want to go to.
Oh god, that'd be
God, it
horrible.
sounds.
Hop on a
shit
Griffin
you
and
go
just
through.
travel through all the worlds.
Dude, it would just it would start with fucking Black Cat, and you would just have to walk through a fucking door. No,
not even Black Cat. No, wait,
Xavion,
hang on. What
Xavion.
What
Yes.
if you put your headset on while you're sitting in your bedroom? In VR, you're suddenly in your virtual bedroom. You walk out your front door of your
that would be
house.
fucking
You're in
crazy.
your virtual town. Like, you have to actually
Oh,
get on a
hell
bus or a
yes.
plane or a train and
You know what?
travel to go see your friend.
That would be. That
I'd
would
recommend-
actually be
It's
fire
so
as
funny.
fuck.
Okay.
What's the point?
First of all, I'd recommend watching. I would
That's it.
recommend. Okay, Turtle Dude. I would recommend watching a Twilight Zone episode called Willoughby. It was made back in the 1960s. It's a really good episode. And second of all,
Oh, never mind.
Xavion,
Ow.
you remember when Doom 2 launched back in 1994? Doom 2 Hell on Earth?
Oh, you gotta call me out, but yes, I totally do remember the launch.
Yeah, this would be Hell Online. This would be
Yes.
Doom 2 Hell Online.
I'm
That's
just
what it would
picturing
be.
someone waking up. It's they're late for work, so they had to quickly hop on, put their headset on.
Yeah,
get in their
exactly.
virtual
That's
car.
what it would be. They'd immediately be downloading that shit and just like calling into work. Immediately just
There's
downloading
heavy
that shit. And
traffic. There's heavy
absorbing
lag
all
on
of
the road.
broadband.
I would hate to
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late for class. There was a glitch in the road. It just fell out and 3 cars got
That was a
sucked
glitch
up.
in the Matrix.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my fucking god.
Most workplaces had to ban Doom because of that shit.
Next topic.
I'm just picturing crashing out in front of a customer, and then you get
Oh
back
my
online. Your
God,
boss
yeah.
chews you out.
Oh my fucking
I
god,
told
no,
you to
please.
water cool your machine.
Bro, give me a
Okay.
sec. I need to put my
So-
headset back on.
This is actually kind of funny. Since we were just talking about like MMO, VR MMO, basically. The next topic is breaking the fourth wall. What happens when VR worlds react to you? Explore the idea of VR environments and NPCs that adapt dynamically to the player. This is just sounding like an MMO
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a game like that. A VR MMO
with
sounds
like
it would
AI
actually be real
NPCs. Yeah,
Well, I guess I don't get
They
MMO
have to
just
get
because
VR
it's
MMOs
real
on
acting
being
you.
made.
And
Sword Art Online.
You can get
I
that in
forgot what the
single
actual
player.
game is called, but it's literally about to become an actual game. There's already been some betas on it, working on it.
Oh, Neverwinter Nights, actually. Like, if you break a wall, and like, it's broken. Like, you can go back, or, you know, months, years afterwards, and that wall you broke, it's still broken.
Damn.
Yeah,
Imagine
yeah,
if
yeah.
every
Says-
MMO. Imagine if every MMO, if you killed an NPC, that NPC is gone forever.
I just said.
Never
I just
coming
said
back.
that.
Viram in the chat says, imagine walking up to an NPC and saying, damn, you look weak as shit. Me and every
I would love
Skyrim
that.
fucking bot I've ever done.
Dude, this is literally, I was playing
The final
Skyrim
boss
earlier
are the
and I was
kids.
making the exact same fucking joke. I'm gonna play
Okay,
Skyrim
next
all the time,
topic.
so I'm not gonna lie.
We're just running through these like clockwork.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the whole point is to touch on them, and if we really like the idea,
yeah.
we're going to do a full episode on it. Okay, here's one. Life Between Worlds, Balancing Reality and the Metaverse. Well, we've kind of gone over that pretty in depth. So, let me have it. Give me another.
Skippy.
BD.
Hey,
Ooh,
real quick,
the art
you
of
have-
immersion. How VR is redefining storytelling. So, immersion. Playing games in VR, like let's say Pavlov, I think it's called.
Pavlov.
That's the, like, CS:GO.
Also, Escape from
Isn't the
Tarkov,
CSGO
Escape from Tarkov.
knockoff?
No, if anything, Pavlov is so much nicer than CS:GO, in my own opinion.
But still, what I'm saying is those games are much more immersive when you're doing them in VR than if you're playing like CS:GO. You can compare the two games definitely because they are both shooter round-based games.
Wish I could play one of those games. That sounds fun.
I don't know.
Shouts out to Only Nubs, let's go!
Yeah.
How do you reload a
Hey,
gun
I
with
can-
one hand?
Hey, I can
Because
say I
my
was
brother-
a champion in Apex Legends several times, so.
Index controller, starting tomorrow, I'll have only one index controller, so my brother's gonna reload my gun in Pavlov for me while I'm shooting it.
Hey, there you go. Get a partner.
Yeah,
Get
so
more
get a
action
version.
like this, go to onlynubs.com.
a lot of games that aren't
Well,
in
it's either gonna be
VR
tomorrow
have
or
sort
Monday.
of stopped caring about being immersive and having immersive worlds. They're the game and they're there, you know.
I think we need to rename it to Only Stubs.
Only stunts.
Xavion, I'll leave it to you to make that, and then I'll update the group in VR chat.
We'll make it a branch
So-
of Only Nubs. That sounds funny.
So
Only
would you guys
stars.
agree?
Go for it, Turtle, go for it.
Would you guys agree that a lot of newer games that are coming out that, and I'm not saying like the AAA games that they've spent millions of dollars making. I'm saying the majority of games
Mm-hmm.
aren't really immersive anymore. Like you don't feel like
No, they're all
you're in the
repetitive.
world. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
It is funny that like most games are just super repetitive. You have no story within it. It's just the game, and there's no logical reason why you're in this situation. You're just there.
That's why I prefer
I would
Games
say
would be
that-
like Double
Counter-Strike
Dragon.
for a day.
I would say that the indie companies have done way better than the AAA companies lately. I mean, you look at Zoocosis, you look at
Oh God, yes.
Phasmophobia,
So,
you look
I've
at
What I'm talking
also,
about is
when-
more
I know-
though the immersive worlds of the game.
okay, you want
Indie games
immersion,
usually
Turtle?
don't have an immersive world that
Escape
has.
from Tarkov is probably
There's
the most
actually a
immersive one I
game,
can think of.
Turtle. I'll see if I can find it, but there is a game coming out that's like Sleep Demon, and it's coming out in February. I'm actually going to be playing it because if you make any sounds on the microphone, you're dead.
Okay,
So it's like
silent,
write
so
down
it's like-
immersive games
Immersive
Okay,
for
games,
another
got
topic.
it. Got you.
and we're gonna roll
That
on
sounds
to
good.
the next topic.
You beat me to it.
Yep. Also, what was the game you were talking about? Sleep Demons?
I'm looking it up right now, so y'all keep on going.
Alright, just let me know when you find it.
I'm still thinking of Double Dragon from 1987.
Okay. So, virtual intimacy, love, friendship, and connections in the digital age. We have definitely talked about that. There's like 3 episodes about that, so.
Yeah, we do not need more coverage.
Skibbity. That's what I think about it.
Yeah,
Okay, so
reality is
the future
better
of VR
competition.
education, learning in virtual classrooms. Did we not just talk about that like 5 minutes
yeah,
ago?
we did.
Yeah, we literally just
discuss
talked
that.
about that.
And so it's like
Okay.
kinda covered.
Yeah, I really think there will be something in the future. There's going to be some crazy
Oh yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
I mean, people already put on classes in VR chat for like learning sign language.
Class Flicks.
Yeah,
I mean, that's,
I
you can
know-
just,
I
I just
know,
see it right
I know
now.
a girl that,
Sponsor
learned
from
sign
Netflix,
language.
Class Flicks.
From it.
Okay, here's the next topic. The evolution of VR communities from niche to mainstream. VR chat is still not really a mainstream thing. VR is not exactly a mainstream thing. VR is currently, I'd say, what the internet was, and having a computer at home was for the first 10 to 15 years of them being sold to consumers and not just for business purposes.
Until we are acknowledged by Asmongold, we do not exist.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it.
Is that how it
If
works?
you want to know, the game that I was talking about, the name of the game is called Dream Cage, and it will be released on February 6th.
Damn.
It is available right
Thanks,
now on
thanks.
Steam wish list. And Dream Cage.
Never mind, keep going, I'm sorry.
So I also
It's a s-
think VR is going to make learning easier later in life as well. And let's say you're in your like 80s, 90s, you can't really walk very well. You could still get in VR chat and hang out with your kids or your grandkids, and maybe not physically be right there with them, but you can do something, right?
Or even if not that, you'd be able to go around and meet people, because I've heard already about plenty of elderly people getting into VR just to go around.
I could be
Oh, yeah,
the
there was
digital
a-
grandpa
there
of
was
my
a-
dreams.
There was a
Hurry up and clean
70-year-old
your
grandma.
goddamn room. Turn off this headset.
There was a 70-year-old grandma that was hitting on me a few years ago. It was weird.
You liked
They
it.
need some.
I think I met
Next
that person
topic.
too.
Digital
Grandmas are
afterlife.
sweet.
Ooh, we know we were.
Digital afterlife.
This is hilarious. We were literally talking about this last week. What happens to our virtual identities when we're gone? Well, I guess we weren't exactly talking about this. Know what? Yeah, last episode we didn't really touch on like how VR is shaped by us and how we might be remembered in
We can be who
VR.
we want to be. We will be
Barbie
permitted
girl?
by the
This would
person
actually
who
be a
we
good
made
topic to go
ourselves.
into depth with.
Fuck you, first of all.
I feel like this one would be a good one to go into depth with.
Oh, wait, can I add on top of that? Because I actually,
jump on top
it was about a week ago. I got online randomly on Wednesday to join, I was looking for churches, seeing if anyone was online on Wednesday, seeing if anyone was doing anything. And I did find a church on VR chat. And it turns out this church has a massive website. It's been operated since, I don't know the actual time. I'd have to give you more information, but needless to say, this is a church that is worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. But I did go to one of their sermons on Sunday, and I actually enjoyed it. So I'd like to actually, contribute, saying that, religion and VR chat, going to church and actually using VR chat as a means of going to church instead of going IRL would actually not be a bad topic.
Well, that could just fit into the topic where we use VR
That
for
was
people
perfect.
who are
Right when you
sick
looked
or
up, I got a
old.
picture.
Next topic. Virtual
Just like the
economy,
general,
the
like-
rise of digital goods and services. This AI really wants us to talk about making money in VR chat.
I do think it's
we've
important.
already-
That's how you make
yeah.
things stable. I mean, hookers, if
But
they
we've
didn't make
already
money,
got
they
this
would not
topic
be
covered
sucking
with the other one.
anyway.
That's my issues. We already got this topic covered with the other one, so I say we move on.
So I'd say write that one, write it down for us to talk about as a full episode.
Cover in the future.
Making money in VR.
Yeah, literally just making fun.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. Ooh.
Hey, we can't use that title. We've already used that title.
Oh, this is hilarious. The ethics of AI in
Okay.
VR. Creating realistic NPCs and virtual beings.
Okay, this one we could get real into thanks to.
I'm going to shut up.
AI needs to become a thing.
I'm going to shut up right now. I am going mute.
Right now we're
AI,
already
when
one step
used-
closer.
I mean, I'm using AI right now to come up with this thing, and the AI wants me to talk about AI. So, I guess we're gonna do that.
Hey, as I said, thanks to your Osama, we can really dive
God.
into this because Beetle has given her access to VR chat.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah,
Start on
Imagine.
VR chat.
Well, not like actual.
No, there's
access,
different
but
ones in VR chat.
He's literally driven her around in the model and let her see everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
But-
I saw that on on one of his fucking streams, dude. That shit
AI
was wild to me.
When used correctly, and you're not trying to make people think that it isn't AI and it's real, is good. When
Oh, yeah,
you are
yeah.
using AI to try to play off that you're totally this other person, that's not good. Since we're talking about AI, and this entire fucking episode is brought to you by AI, in a sense, not sponsored or anything. I'd be cool with getting an AI sponsor though. That'd be awesome.
Your Osama sponsor
I
us.
still,
Yeah.
Sponsored
I,
by
I'm just,
Mark Zuckerberg
just
AI
imagine
that
one day
sits
you find
outside
out that the
24/7
partner you've been
answering
with for
questions that
years
has
is
the fucking
AI.
brain of an
You
8-year-old.
were never
I
going to
was just
tell
about
me.
to say. I was just about to say, what happens when AI gets so good that you have AI characters in VR chat walking around, looking and acting and sounding just like a human, and you fall in love with them? What
I would go
the
fucking
fuck
crazy.
do you do?
I mean,
You
humans
fuck
fuck
it.
it.
You
Sorry,
fuck
they
it.
will sleep with
You
anything.
Fuck it.
Yes.
Oh God,
Take advantage of it.
ERP AIs.
I mean,
Oh,
girls gonna
God.
be put out of
Hey, it's
business.
AC, by the way.
Bro, these women ain't shit when I got that robot.
Quote of the day. Someone quoted. That's a good quote. That's a good quote. So, I'm clipping that.
Yes.
Please post that shit
Okay,
in
next
server.
topic. Next topic. Okay, I'm not even gonna say what this topic is because there's no chance we're talking about it.
Oh boy.
Is that enticing?
Real.
It's
Can you
just
alter-
one that is way too, it's way too specific and nah. Oh hey, one that we've already talked about: the impact of VR on mental health, therapy, escape, and
We-
self-discovery.
Yeah, we did that quite in depth, actually. I think.
You should run
Yeah,
these topics through AI just to find a good title.
I don't know what you mean because I put all of the titles into the AI to get all of these out.
Oh, okay. Thought you were just
VR
asking questions.
No, I gave it the list, and I said this at the beginning. I gave it the list of all of our previous topics
I wasn't here for the
and
beginning.
asked it to give more. So next one is VR as a canvas, the future of virtual art and creativity. So There's actually a friend of mine that I have not seen in a long time. They kind of poofed out of
Oh, you
existence
don't like
for
leaks.
a long time, but they randomly reappear. They showed me, I found a VR game from them that is graffiti. It's a graffiti art game. So he was actually using that as a place to do his graffiti art, because it's a lot harder to get away with doing that IRL now, especially depending on where you live. So I think and you know what, there's also there's a group in VR chat right now, I can't remember the name of it, but they have art galleries every so often in VR chat. I think it's the Pair or something like that. I don't remember. It's that like huge world. They do events all the fucking time. And they're a conglomerate of different groups in VR chat that all use the same world. Wish I could remember what they're called right now.
I know what
Wait,
it
what are we talking
is.
about?
I
I
know what
wasn't
you're talking
paying
about, but I can't actually remember the name right off the top of my
Wait,
head.
just
I
give
know
me
what
the-
you're talking about, though.
Give
Hang
me
on.
the gist of what we're talking about.
It's the Strange Pair Gallery of Fine Arts. That is, there's actually an instance of it going on right now.
Okay.
It looks like they actually split off onto their own world instead of being partnered in with the big one now. Interesting. Okay, let's go next topic. I think we could do one or two more. Ooh, oh, I love this one. The role of VR in preserving history, virtual time travel, and historical accuracy.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun.
So,
Historical accuracy.
yeah,
Are we
there
talking
are
to-
worlds that are modeled after real-life historical buildings or things that no longer
Okay, I see
exist.
what you're saying.
That's
That's
what
what
it's talking about.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I don't know how good it
you
is,
could
but there's
also-
a Titanic world.
So there's a
It's
3D
actually very
world.
accurate.
There's a 3D world on VR chat that's based on a
There we
building
go.
that had
Finally
gotten, that it got shut down. I think it was a post office, if I remember correctly. I believe it was a post office or like a massive fucking facility. It just goes on. The world is a full 3D print of it, and it's insane. There's so much fucking mail. It is through the roof. You can just keep going downstairs and around the building for about like an hour or two before, and you'll still keep going. I don't know what it's called. I haven't been there in like a year almost. But holy shit, it was like one of the most coolest things I've been in. That's historical right there. I think that's a little bit of historical because it
But,
shows the
yeah,
history
so-
of-
The Titanic world is a very accurate representation of what happened there. Also, fun story. The Titanic's pool is still full to this day.
We don't know that. We actually
Yeah,
don't.
we do.
I like the Titanic. I know a lot. Yeah, you're right. We do, but we technically
Aliens got the
don't.
Titanic.
We have
We don't
seen
know
it.
if it has fresh water and not
No, we haven't.
seawater, buddy.
We don't. We
Yes,
have.
It is
fresh
full.
seawater.
That's the women.
You do
Ah,
Sorry, that's-
ah.
you do know that if you go on a cruise now and there's a pool on the cruise, that pool is filled with seawater.
Well, then you're
That's
gonna
not what
walk
I'm
out with.
saying.
If you stay in it too long, you're gonna actually come out with way more blisters than you anticipated. Just warning
It's
you now.
previously anticipated.
That's fair.
That's-
Also, Turtle, that's not what I'm saying. We haven't seen it. Titanic has one pool, and it's currently locked away behind a bulkhead. No human has seen the pool since it sank.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there's not
I
a
like
chance
I like the Titanic
that it's
a lot.
not filled with water right now. Anyway,
Well,
it's full.
I mean,
I bet you,
It's
I
got
bet
water
you that
in it,
water
but
right
it's
now
not fresh water.
is amoeba bacteria filled
Like I
brain-eating
just
shit
said,
right now.
Any ocean
that's
liner
modern.
uses seawater that is then filtered, so it's not
You
going to
didn't say
have fresh
filtered.
water or chlorinated water. Well, it doesn't matter if it's
Not-
filtered or not. It's still
Not the
seawater that
old
is in
pools.
it.
It does matter if it's filtered because seawater can harm you.
Titanic didn't have pumps to go to its pool, so the pool had
So,
to be filled up
did
at
you
force.
not just hear what the fuck I said?
Look
I'm
up
not
the
saying
YouTube
it
video,
wasn't salt
24
water, I'm
hours
just saying-
I'm
stranded
talking
at
about
sea.
modern ones.
Hey, we're getting off topic here.
All
Yeah,
modern,
Yeah,
all modern
modern
ships that have a pool use seawater, and they just filter
Yes.
it to get the particles out. It's still
Alright,
Yes.
well,
seawater. It's still salt water in the pool.
Wait, if you're taking a shower on a cruise ship,
we-
yes.
we-
We could get deep into this later on in another day.
No, we're not talking about
With,
the Titanic during a podcast.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I am
It's fine.
throwing it in topics.
I'd be happy to talk about the Titanic. Actually, it'd be a fantastic story.
Write down historical
Okay.
failures with the note Titanic and Hindenburg.
Can I also add Deepwater Horizon on top of
That's
that?
fucked up.
Oh.
Titanic and what?
Oh, and also put
could.
the imploded sub on there too. Whatever that thing was
Oh,
called.
The
Titan.
imploded
Titan.
submarine.
Yeah, the Titans. Yep,
But you
The
said
Titan
Titanic and what?
submarine.
the Titanic,
Titanic
and
and
Hindenburg, the
Titan,
blimp.
and also
fucking
Deepwater
right.
Can y'all
Horizon.
shut up so I can hear Turtle for a second? What'd you say, Turtle?
I said the Hindenburg, the blimp that exploded.
Oh, yeah.
To stop this from using blimps.
Yeah.
You forgot. Yeah.
Anyway, next topic.
Yeah, I want to talk about
You forgot Deepwater Horizon.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Oh boy.
Okay, now next topic.
Oh boy, this topic.
Turtle Horizon wrong. But
Oh no. The dark web of VR, exploring the hidden corners of virtual worlds.
With that one? That,
Didn't-
this shit
Let me
about to
read the
get crazy,
paragraph
bro.
it gave.
Okay.
Investigate the less explored, shadowy side of VR spaces. Places where rules are bent, illicit activities can occur, and communities operate outside mainstream platforms. Discuss the ethical, legal, and safety issues surrounding these parts of virtual worlds.
Pedophiles. Oh, you
Next
gotta say.
topic.
Yeah,
Next
I'm
topic.
sorry, that's too
Wop, 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 wop.
Wop.
If y'all want to see that topic, go to my Rumble.
The future of VR
I wasn't
socializing.
on that fucking
How
topic.
virtual reality will redefine friendships. I feel like we've gone over that.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, I think we went over that a couple streams ago.
Okay, let's try one more here. Ooh, I love this song, by the way. The intersection of VR and sports, virtual arenas and immersive fitness. Battle discs. Battle discs. Just battle
I
discs. That's
fucking
it.
hate
Battle discs.
battle
Battle
discs. I hate battle discs with a fucking passion.
You know, I
Because
might actually
Kimple
like
has
it with this
kicked. No.
controller.
Kimple kicked my ass so many times at battle discs. I now have a burning hatred for battle discs.
I need
I
to put you on
like
a
battle
training
discs
regimen.
because of
For
Kimple.
crying out loud, Kimple, if you watch this, you have ignited my hatred for battle discs. I will never play it
someone
again.
Just battled this.
If someone
love you,
clips
but
this,
fuck you.
this part of him talking about this, I will send it to Kimple. I can DM it.
Yeah, clip.
God.
This
Okay,
shit has
I
beaten me
think-
so many times at battle discs. My God.
I think we can sort of end things there. This was definitely a good episode. I like the idea of having the AI just rattle off a
It's
bunch
like the AI is the
of
host.
things like that.
So
I
when
like
we
6
run out
minutes
of
left.
ideas,
Wait,
we
what
know
other
what to do.
sports? What other sports were there? It wasn't just battle discs, was it?
Yeah, Battle Discs is the only sport in
Basketball.
VR chat that I can think of.
Really?
Oh,
Anyway,
your chat.
thank you.
This is
Thank you
boxing,
all.
technically.
Oh, Turtle
Hairball.
lost a lung.
'Tis
Okay,
the
anyway,
season.
so everyone, shh. Thank you all for being here. For, do you fucking
But I was
mind?
doing what you
am doing
said.
the outro.
It was doing what you said.
I will
followed your
bite
instructions
your
exactly.
ears off.
After this, I'm gonna go
Anyway.
play Dead Space. So.
Thank you all for being here, and thank you everyone for watching episode 56 of the Beyond Pixels podcast. If you want to see more of this, you can go to YouTube, Turtle1, and you can find all the previous episodes. You can also find us on Twitch every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time. We talk about online VR and weird topics sometimes. We sometimes get off really weird, but that's a story for another time. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and do the usual. I don't think I missed anything, did I? Yeah, we're gonna do the usual. Let me.
What's the comment?
Arguing.
What's the comment?
Usually,
Hey, bro, y'all have to argue for
I
more
don't know.
than
You can
10
figure that
minutes.
out.
Y'all give us a topic. Give us
Yeah,
a
give us
topic
a
for an
topic in
episode
the
we should do in the
comments.
future.
Show
Aye.
yourself.
Comment down on
Join the
YouTube.
Black Cat Bingo group on VR chat. Join Turtle Dude 1 group. I don't know what it's called, but figure it out yourself. And
It's called the
join
Turtle Club.
only nubs and only stubs while you're at it.
Why have
Or
your
else-
eyes
or
been
else-
closed this entire time? I'm scared. Anyway, Mercury.
Okay.
Sorry, I had a hairball.
Alright, you
You can find me live on Rumble Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the Madwire podcast. I'm also dual streaming on Kick via Rumble Studio. I can dual stream to any platform that I want, be it YouTube, be it Twitch, be it Kick, Rumble,
Bob's house.
TikTok. I'm not gonna do TikTok. Go fuck TikTok. And also fuck Blue Sky. You can find all of my socials on my platform on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. SYRKATRII. And also, show more love to Xavion than me. That's what I'm going to say right now.
Aw. And back to you. A cycle of love.
Okay. Vampy.
Well, you know
Kill
the song
yourself.
and dance. You already know most of the song and dance. You can find me at twitch.tv/Sir_Bloodworth. Other than that, I do not have much news other than fuck it shit show. Never forget.
Hey!
Davion.
Like we got a thing. Well, tonight and an hour from now, I'm taking a break. It'll be an hour from now. I'm actually going to start up my stream. It'll be right here on Twitch. We're going to be dual casting to YouTube, but I don't know how that's going to work. But go to see it on Twitch. We'll be going till 1 o'clock past my, I guess, the point for my birthday. So we're doing like a little countdown thing to my birthday. A couple little topics and stuff like that. If you guys are up for hanging out late tonight and chill with me, it's about 4 hours straight. You could just switch the channel, see if you want to see if you want to see what we're doing there. I'm pretty sure a lot of Mad Lads are gonna be there. You're welcome and you're invited. And have a great day.
Okay. And once again, we Gucci, we golden, we having a great time.
Hey.
We talking about random
I
things. I, don't know
wanted to
what
say
we're
one
talking
more
about
thing.
next week. So yeah.
I wanted to say one more thing. So you see Sobe over there, right? So I was talking to Sobe the other day, right? Well, totally telling the truth right now. And Sobe, I don't know where I was going with this. I wanted to make a really funny joke about Sobe, but I couldn't think of the joke halfway through.
Okay, well,
so-
I'm gonna just end things there.
I like how you like.
When you pick a girl, eat fresh. Yeah.
It's made by the government.